everybody, it's Emily from Vintage Polka Dot Shop here, unscripted and not really sure how this is gonna go, just doing it off the cuff. But I wanted you to know I'm running a sale right now, so if you're watching this today on the 25th, Merry Christmas. And so the sale has already started, and then it runs to like 11:59 Pacific Standard Time on the 1st. So, and if you just purchase 2 or more items, you get 20% off the total purchase. And of course, they need to be like purchased together. Don't just like buy one and then go buy another and then like another. I'm not saying I couldn't figure it out. But, you know, just to be on the safe side, I'm not as smart as I used to be, so this way nobody is disappointed. So I just pulled a couple things from my store to share, just kind of a browsing. Since this is a several day long sale, I'll just list like I normally do. Now, I don't have journals for sale, but one day I'll make a video showing you how I did this. If I remember, I will post links to the tutorials I used, but I made a while back, some envelope journals, and my plan was to make a video, and then things happened, and so that didn't happen, and I still will do it. So this one uses the manila ones I have in the store, and then like I have little keys for sale in my store, and then I just used lace and Tim Holtz stuff. It's all pretty much Tim Holtz. And then there's the back with a key. And then this is some of my coffee dyed muslin. And then I just sewed it messy onto the key. And then you just kind of untie it. I won't spend too much time showing it because when I do the tutorial, but I wanted to see. So I used the yellow ones that are in there. These are from people, the OG shoppers at Vintage Polka Dot Shop. I had these envelopes for sale 4 or 5 years ago. But I thought this one had the coffee dyed envelopes. Well, it does not. But anyway, they're these, which I have in my store. As you can see. And I'll put a link and then you can just follow that tutorial. And then one day I'll have a tutorial. I know I have some made where I did the coffee dyed envelopes, but I just grabbed these just to kind of show. I don't want to do a full flip through on these till I'm ready to sell them. So think of it as a sneak peek. So and then I have the manila ones still available in my store, but when they're for this size, when they're gone, they're gone. And then I have some I haven't listed or a tad longer, and I will do that one day. Who knows? So these are the coffee dyed ones, and they're pretty, you know, they're pretty long. I moved my rulers, so, but you know, you get the gist. If you just look through it, you'll see ones that say long. And then for this size, which I also have in my shop, you know what, I'll try to remember to put links to these, the little, oh, I can't remember what they call it, the share and save that Etsy offers to us, directly to these, so you don't have to figure out, since I have so many envelopes listed. And these can make a journal. This is the practice one I made, you know, that's like that size. And you just basically glue the envelopes together and then make it into pockets. You know, nothing earth-shattering, but super fun and very satisfying to make. And then I forgot I was going to do keys for the ties on this, so I wanted it still to have a key, so I just put that there. So if you want little keys, I got you covered. If not, that's good too. So that is the envelopes and those little journals. And I feel like I need to be snappier. I'm just so out of practice. And I have to apologize too. Everything's still in plastic. As I said, I just grabbed some stuff. So I apologize if plastic isn't your sound. And I think I've sold, this is I'm not sure if it was a coverlet or a tablecloth. Sometimes you just can't tell because it's heavy, which makes me think it might have been like just to put like a little pretty lace lap one. It had stains and holes and stuff. So a couple of years ago, I dyed it, and I recently have listed it on my store. And the thing is, I think is cool about this. Number one, I really like how grungy and dark it came out. But I also like that you can cut these squares out and use them like in collage and in layering. So you can get a lot for it, or just easily cut it apart. So each one gets a corner. So some, you know, you have two edges that have this pretty scallop, and then two that are cut. And of course, you know, I cut it as straight as I can, but I'll be frank, I don't know if I could cut a straight line to save my life, even with something like this. But I did my best. So that's just the kind of, and this is big and heavy, which is probably why it costs a little bit more than these things usually do, because there's so much here. And then the listing will have the sizes, because I just don't want to take this out. I'm sorry. All right, so what else we got? We'll stay on the linens. I've been working really hard. I have made a dent in my totes. I've just been slowly, methodically listing stuff. And this I'll take out. And I have started touching all the linens I have. So if you like old linens for crafting, I got you covered. I thought these pillowcases, they don't go together, but they're, you know, they're hand stitched. And like this, you know, and they're used, so they've got some discoloration, you know how old pillowcases can do. But like this, wouldn't this be pretty? You could cut these flowers out. You could do this whole thing and do it on the border of, if you're doing a fabric cover journal. You get this lovely handmade crochet trim. And then you also have all this fabric here that you can do things with. And then this one doesn't have the crochet trim. I think this one might have been a kit. It looks to me like it was pre-printed, but I don't know. And this is that really nice high quality muslin that they used to use in bedding. So it's just really good quality. It's lovely fabric. Matter of fact, I have some sheets like this, and we took, my husband uses the air mattress when we use our old camper, and so I had taken one of those so he could put it over that, and he was just like, keep all these sheets. These are so nice. So, because I was thinking, oh, well, I'll coffee dye them, or I put sheets, plain white sheets under my paper when I'm drying it, my coffee dye paper. That's what gives it those kind of like textures and bumps and stuff. Just a little trade secret. And I try to get nice plain sheets, so when they eventually wear out and they get holes and all that, I like to, then I can turn them into strips and put them as thank you. And so now I can't use those new old stock sheets because hubby likes them so much. And then this one I want, well, okay, should I take this one out? I'm going to take it out. This fabric, I think it's actually from the 70s. I know it doesn't kind of, but if you were alive in the 70s, I think you know what I'm talking about. Like 70s into 80s. This is fabric, not sheets. But it looks like, it reminds me of like the sheets my mom had. And it doesn't have the full name on the selvage, but see, it says Springs. And so, oh, I can't remember, Springfield. There's a company that made sheets, but this is fabric. It's got selvage. But it does kind of sort of have like a percale feel, but not quite. It's more like cotton. Anyway, I just thought this was these beautiful, large, gorgeous flowers. How much fun would that be to use? Oh my gosh, I just noticed the butterfly's green. I just thought, and I just have this. This is all I have. There is, you know, so when someone buys it, that's it. So it's a nice, unique piece that not everybody else is going to have, unless somebody else finds a whole bolt of it somewhere or something. So it's kind of fun to have something special. And then this one, I have a circular one similar. I remember these when I first started doing craft shows and stuff and selling like craft malls, and a lot of ladies would buy these doilies. So I think it's from the 90s. It might be the late 80s. And it was like when, you know, like the Victorian look was really popular. And the thing is I love about these, you know, they made them all different ones, is these are so awesome to cut apart. You know, it's nice and thin. It's really pretty. It has a nice vintage look. I love the color. It's just the right shade. And there's a lot here that you can cut apart and use in layering. Like you could put an old button here, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and the thing is, this is not in such bad shape that you could just put it on your nightstand if you want to, you know. And they dye. I had a friend back in the day, she would buy these wholesale, and she would dye them in the, remember when forest green was, and mauve and all that, she would dye them. So they take dye really, really well. So if you want a coffee or tea dye it, but I like this shade. You know, it's nice to have different shades of white. Then, as I said, I have to apply, everything's in plastic because I just shopped my store. And I will be listing stuff during the sale, but just like normal. So a couple listings every day. I don't even remember what this book looks like inside, so I grabbed it just to flip through. It's a first reader, and I have quite a few old books up. Now this one does have this weird, like when they made it, it was glued together. And then I think this one, yeah, this is the one that's the 1921 edition. The copyright's older, but down here at the bottom. And 25,000 sounds like a lot, but I bet 100 years later, there's not 25,000 of these left. But they're, the illustrations, they're pretty much these orange and black or peach. They're not like full color, but so charming. And it does have wear and tear. But it overall, for the age, for a 100-year-old children's book, that's in pretty good shape. And I buy a lot of children's books, so I love this one. What does little birdie say? And then I even like, if you're a junk journaler, it's got this word list in the back. And so those would be really fun to cut apart and use like in your collages and stuff. So just a fun little book. So I got that one. Sorry for the ums. I'm so rusty. I know I haven't posted, I didn't even do one for my Thanksgiving weekend sale, a video, because my mom just needs me more right now. And so that means, you know, I don't have as much time to do this stuff, or mental energy. Usually it's more mental energy. We're gonna get another book. I grabbed another book. This one is part of a series, but I only have this one book. That's what happens sometimes when you're buying vintage. You know, you just find the odd, the lone thing, and it's Pictured Knowledge. And I like how on these where they look at the spine. Can you see how pretty that is? I mean, I like to add a new spine, but I wouldn't add a new spine to this one. It's just too gosh darn pretty. And I love how they put the page numbers. It doesn't really show, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do it like maybe catch the light, but I love how they put the page numbers. So it doesn't start with page 1, it starts page 790. But okay, wait, I have to show you. Oh, where was it? It was like, I thought right here, things to make of paper. And as someone who loves to play with paper, I absolutely love that page. And all of the images are these wonderful old photographs. This is 1921 is the newest copyright, so the book's definitely over 100 years old. And if you like to scan, it's definitely old enough that you could scan these images and, you know, make printables out of them if you wanted to. I will say they're not, the lighting on them is not the best, so I don't know how well. They might need a little bit of magic, you know, like lightning and some tweaking and stuff. And then look at, and so the whole thing, it's not just crafts, it's just general, like this is it has a section on the Navy. Look at these great bug pictures. I just love them. Raking the leaves, you know, they're pretending to rake the leaves. So I just think this book, oh, look at this where they're playing. Just has so much charm. And the paper, you know, you're gonna have some bent corners and stuff. The paper is beautifully aged. And it's got this great border around here. Lots of interesting photographs. I just think this is a great find. And, oh, here's one on Martha Washington, one that's illustrated. I just think it's a really cool book. And if I didn't own so many books already, it wouldn't be for sale. But, you know, sometimes I gotta share. It's hard when you're an only child like I am. I mean, this whole sharing thing, I'm 53 years old and I'm still working on how to do it. But it makes me happy to know that one of you guys are going to get it and enjoy it. And I'm going to have to put that back in there later because I'm not going to wrestle with that. No, siree. And then, oh, sorry. Sorry. Now, I just grabbed some of these. I have a bunch of these listed and they're already packaged up and you get 20. And, oh, hold on. I think I'm going to sneeze. Am I? No? Yes? Maybe? No. Okay, well, that was a whole bunch of nothing. And these checks are from the 60s. And this bank doesn't exist anymore. Because I was like, oh, should I sell these or not? And what's more, I don't know if you can see this, but I would like you to look at how small that routing number is. Yeah, I don't think we have anything to worry about. One thing that's really fun about these checks is looking at what things cost or what David spent. And I'm planning on doing some collaging on these. I love the stamping on them. You'll get a random selection. You might get yellow or you might get green. And they're all from like around 1963, 64. I don't think. So I just, Food Mart. He spent $5 at Food Mart. There's one in here for utility. I don't know. I mean, it's just fun. These are all Food Marts. That's funny. Oh, that one's blank. $4 to somebody. But anyway, cash. I just think they'd be really fun bases for collage. And my thought was maybe like some Tim Holtz people or something. I don't know. I want to play with it. Maybe I'll play with it on camera. So I wanted to share those with you. Lori already bought some. Thank you, Lori. And then, I don't think I'll take this out of the bag, but I just want to show you this cover. Look at this wonderfully chunky old book. It's on the history of the Roman Empire. Okay, and the back is just like the front, but I absolutely love this cover. Wouldn't this be so much fun to alter? I've had these before. I just think these books are fantastic. They're from the 40s. This is the thank you on the back, so you can't see what the back looks like. But I don't, and it's got great old paper and lots of good old images in it. So you have to look at the listing, but it's a great book. Okie dokie. Then, something I don't have to open, excuse my reach, is I listed rolls. Now, these are in the boxes because that's how I'm storing them. I am not guaranteeing I will ship these in the boxes because I don't have boxes pictured in the listing. It depends what else is ordered with them. So this is the player piano roll. Thank you, brain. But look how wonderful that paper is. I have played with this quite often in my journals. So much fun. And of course you'll get it on the roll. And so I've got some that are white, like this. And this one I think is from the 60s or 70s. And then there's some, and you'll just get a random selection. And then there's some like this that are much older. And I'm just going to grab, I mean, you're welcome. I can't promise you anything. You're welcome to say, can you give me, Emily, since I watched your video? But I can't make any promises if you'll get what color or shade. But, it doesn't know. Honestly, I won't be annoyed. As long as you're nice, I could be nice. And some of them may ship in the boxes and some won't. Like if you order a bunch of stuff and it all fits in a medium flat rate box, and I can fit the tubes in there but I can't fit them in the boxes, and that means I'm going to pay another $5 for shipping just for 2 cardboard boxes. I'm not going to put them in the boxes. I'll put them in plastic so they'll be protected in case they get dropped in a puddle or something. So it just depends. I don't need, as I said, I don't promise them in the boxes, but I just wanted you to know it just depends how things are ordered. Uh-oh, there goes the wrapper. And oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I should probably put a warning. Consume Dramamine before watching this video. And then this, I just listed this today. This is so gorgeous. Now, I'm not a vintage linen expert, but it's like I was telling my husband, I have been buying old linens since like 1990 or 89, or 80, forever. Okay. And so after a while, as I said, totally not expert. I don't know anything, but you get to a feel you know, like, and you get to pick up on a look. I'm going to say this one probably falls under the antique category. Now, I could be wrong because we all buy craft patterns and don't work on them for a long time. So, but the design itself looks like it's from the 19 teens to 1920s. To me. But it could have been done in the 40s for all I know. But it definitely has age. And this piece has flaws. And you'll see them in the photo. There's a couple where like this, like the threads have pulled, so this is pulling away. Oh yeah, see like right here. And then I noticed when I was packing it up, I didn't see it when I photographed it. You know, there's like little flaws here, but there was one where it was missing. See, I can't even find it when I'm on camera. One of these crochet pieces had like a little tear down here at the end, and there's two things here and I can't find it. So maybe it fixed itself like magic, but I don't think so. It's here and I can't see it. So, you know, oh wait, there it is. So it has this tiny bite, you know, where it's just and then some of the threads on here have wear from being on a piece of furniture, probably just like rubbing along there. So it's like here, see like one of the French knots has wear, but this beautiful linen runner, it's absolutely gorgeous, and it could be used as is. So some of the threads are kind of, as I said, it's just part of the age, and that's the other reason why I think it's old, is the crochet is like kind of discolored. Sometimes it's that way because the light wasn't that good, and when they were making it, they didn't use matching thread. But this feels like age to me, like the way it was on a piece of furniture or something, and that takes time. And if you've bought linen, you know linen ain't cheap. So you've got this whole middle section you could use, this beautiful embroidery. I just think somebody would really, really enjoy this. It's weird for me to think that like 1920s, like this could be 2025, and that makes this like 100 years old. That is bananas. It's just bananas. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to get that back in there either. Let's just be honest. Okay, and then I only have a couple things left I want to share, and then I thought it'd be fun to flip through this stamp book. This is some person's, I think it's from the 70s, their stamp collection. I can't remember if it's the 60s or the 70s. And so if you want to use stamps and the pages, this is a great find. Now this is supposed to be American stamps. So for some of the international ones, they kind of just made these their own little plastic things to hold them. So I think the stamps are safe inside here, but I don't know for sure. But I was thinking, see, like, yeah, I think this one will come out. It's like in plastic and plastic. And then others, so some of the pages are blank. But like here's some old Christmas ones, and they're kind of just like taped down. So if you wanted to take them out, you could. I just can't make any promises. Like this looks like a little sleeve that they made. Now it's also been like this a very, very long time. So it's just something that has to kind of be played with, I think. Look at that I love these diamond shaped ones with the minerals, and some great old Christmas ones in here. And of course there's always the soaking it in water or steam trick. So I just thought, oh, look at this one with the wildlife. I just thought this would be fun for somebody who, oh yeah, I love this one. Who wants some great images for collage. You know, why not? Why not? Oh, look at this quilt one. That would be cool in the Little House on the Prairie journal. But anywho's, so there's that. And then this is interesting. The picture on my shop listing, I'm going to take this out because you have to see the inside of this. Doesn't look like much. This book is like a corporation book is what it says. And it's from the 50s, 1952. And it is real grungy on here. And And if you, on the back, if you've got like a screwdriver, you can unscrew the pages and take them out. But this is legal size paper, and it's all these typed documents and letters. And the other cool thing about this is because it was done on different typewriters and different machines, like this page is blank, and it's wonderful old typing paper, is like the typing itself is also in different shades. There's age spots. I mean, this is like perfect. Oh, here's a page. Just perfect for adding if you want the real old thing in your journals. Here's a notary. Can you kind of see that? 1954. See, like what I mean? Like this is really faint. And then when you get to the back, actually, let's look at this. See, totally different typewriter for that. When you get to the back, if I can get to the back, it's all these blank pages. It's all beautifully aged, and it feels old. And then I left these were probably waiting to be typed and be added in there. I just thought somebody would be like, yes, I don't care how grubby and nasty the cover is. I want that for my journal. I'm gonna find something else and get my 20% off and my free shipping and have something really cool and unique to play with. Okay, 2 things left. I'm looking at the thing. All right, I also grabbed, I have an old yearbook. Also, see, that's the problem with some of these old yearbooks. The cooler ones have the plainest covers. And so it's hard to like kind of feature them. This is from 1947, so I want you to imagine this is a college yearbook, but just imagine how these young people look. Now, it does have some waviness, you know, there's more descriptions. Okay, we're gonna get past the wheat. Oh, that's great. Okay, but if you like to fussy cut and you want to have pictures of people, like you love the Tim Holtz look, I mean, just imagine how much fun it would be to cut all these people out. Isn't that terrible to say? But right there's your peoples. And then, look at all. So we got seniors with their wonderful 1940s haircuts. And then when you go to, let's see, I think there's some clubs and stuff back. Oh my gosh. Look at this picture of the faculty. Holy moly, those are tiny. So then you've got your, you know, like your clubs. Oh, get this orchestra. So I was just thinking, you know, and I still have more yearbooks to list. But of course, that's be for the right person that doesn't mind cutting something up like this. But it's just such a great way to get images of, you know, old images of people and have something that's a little like unique. And then the other neat thing about yearbooks is they've got ads in the back too, which is really fun. And this one's not in perfect shape. It got like coffee or something spilled on it at some point in its life. And look at that for so I would say, in my opinion, but I'm an animal, I'm uncivilized and uncouth, that it would be perfectly fine to cut this up. I mean, 1947, these people were in college. I don't think they care anymore. And their family might, I don't know. But anyway, I just think that's neat. And then this is the last book. And look at this poor, plain, boring cover. Can you see why I grabbed this one? It probably had, at one point in its life, a really cool dust jacket. It's actually a reprint of 2 older books. And they reprinted it in the 80s. And this is what my thumbnail is. Visit to the Circus. And it has all these wonderful, and this beautiful kind of warm tones, these wonderful images of the circus. So that's the first half of the book. I'll flip through, but come on, isn't it cool? And it's not antique. I guess it's vintage because it's from the 80s. And then it's got these wonderful dog. Now, and see, it's not in perfect shape. I have this shown in the listing. It's got a tear. But look at that. Isn't that fun? Don't you want to play with that? Don't you want to play with that book? Am I crazy? And since it's not perfect, oh, I didn't see that. Oh, shoot, darn. I'm going to have to lower the price. Okay, guys, I'm going to lower the price on this book. I wonder if I should pull it. I didn't see it was torn this badly. Dang it. I hate it when that happens. I'll just lower the price on it. Maybe one of you guys will buy it since you know, and then I'll have to put that in there. Sometimes I miss it, you know, you do your best, but things don't always show up. Well, that just breaks my heart. That is a cool book. So we'll see. I might pull it. I don't know. I have to figure it out. So if you saw it and it's not there and you want it, reach out to me. I think I'm just going to pull it. Because I just don't think I can sell it like that. So anyway, I hope you guys had a lovely holiday. And since this is going to the new year, I hope you have a lovely 2025 and a good end to your 2024. And this sale will end on the end of the day, you know, midnight Pacific time on January 1st. So you can keep checking back. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to ship on Friday or not. I have a play date with a friend on Friday. So we'll see. If you want me to hold your order till Monday, so if you want to add to it, just let me know. I can do that. If you don't care, I might ship out even tomorrow. We'll see. So I will see you guys in the next one and have a good rest of your day. Bye.